Hi there and welcome to Squid Gaming. Now it's almost the end of 2016, it has flown by and there's been so many releases which have captivated our minds. Now I didn't want to do a strict, these are the best games that came out this year, but I did want to do a kind of, these are the games that I have enjoyed playing this year. I'm not saying they're the best things that came out this year, but they have tickled my fancy. So here are a bunch of games that I really liked playing this year. Stardew Valley! So as a self-confessed Harvest Moon fan, of course Stardew Valley was going to be right up my street. I was a little bit concerned because Harvest Moon, for me, has declined as the years have gone by. Back to Nature was it at its strongest point. So I was thinking, is it just going to be a crappy knockoff, or is it going to go back to the glory days? And I feel like actually I went back to the glory days of Harvest Moon when it was really good. I love the pixelated sort of sprite, it's so cute. I think it was all made by one guy, which is insane. It's this huge, in-depth life you can live, and it's perfect escapism. Like, how many turnips am I going to make today, and how many sheep am I going to snuggle? Important questions. So it's just this really charming, adorable, lovely game with a punishing limit on when you're allowed to go to sleep before you pass out. It's hard. Phoenix Wright, again, another series that I absolutely adore, and I was ecstatic when I learned that a new one was coming out on the 3DS, because there has been a few instances where the releases haven't made it over, haven't been translated and had a Western release. So when the new Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice was announced, I was like, yes, I get to actually play this one. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant as usual. If you've never played a Phoenix Wright game, they're not going to be for everyone. It's not the kind of game that I would say, no matter who you are, you're gonna love it, because it's basically a story game. It's very much a story game, like you are reading, just doing a lot of reading, but the characters' personalities, the writing, it's also hilarious and engaging. So the puzzle bits all come to life in the courtroom sections, which can be really tricky. I got stuck on one bit for a very long time. They've introduced new elements to it as well, where it sort of reenacts the moment of murder and the senses that the murderee, the victim, is feeling at the time, and sort of you finding contradictions in that. I would highly recommend, if you're looking for definitely a commuting game with a really funny cast of characters and just engaging story, then check out Phoenix Wright. Final Fantasy 15! So of course Final Fantasy 15 was going to be on my list. I obviously am a huge Final Fantasy fan, and even though it's broke my heart the last 2 years and I thought we were going to have to end it for good, I feel like I'm ready to let it back into my life now, because 15 is amazing. It's just frankly a stunning game. It's so far removed from what Final Fantasy means to me back when I was a child. My cute, happy memories of Final Fantasy, they may be dead, but the fresh, new, edgy Final Fantasy is still really, really awesome. So it's the most beautiful, expansive, stunning game with so much to do, so much like just content to get stuck into. I'm gonna be sitting in my pajamas eating chocolate cereal and playing Final Fantasy 15. Hitman was my dark, sneaky game of the year because I did not think it was going to be as good as it was. I've never really got into Hitman in the past, even though the concept of it is totally up my street, like stealthy, sneaky killing, disguises and cool stuff like that. Like I love a little bit of that, but for whatever reason I just never got into it in the past. So this was my first proper like, right, let's do this. And because it was coming out in episodes, I thought, it's not going to be as immersive and I'm not going to get as sucked into a storyline and things like that, but it's brilliant. The fact that the development team and everyone working on it put so much into each episode, because each episode is so huge and rich and detailed and there's so much to do and so much, like so many ways to kill your contract and funny little Easter eggs to find and things to do, that it's each time you play just one episode it's like playing a whole game. And then every couple of months or whatever it was, we had a new one coming out, and it was just this amazing experience that kept on giving. And it all, ended with the Hokkaido, Japan episode recently, which is really beautiful, really stunning. Looks wise, it's incredible, and I love the whole style of it. The being the patient in this like really expensive high-tech hospital kind of thing. You should definitely play it. Skyrim Special Edition. Okay, so this is probably cheating a bit, as I'm aware Skyrim came out in 2011 and it's now 2016. Lydia, move on. Get over it. But no, I will not get over it, because the special edition came out and it has sucked me into its sticky weather content, because I have been obsessed with it. I think the new release, the special edition release, I put at least like 60-70 hours into it, which is crazy. like, because I've already spent over 200 hours playing it a few years ago. So the fact that I have been just as into it again. So the reason why I think it deserves to make it on this list is because of the mods. The mods add so much stuff that it can be like almost like a new game. For example, the Forgotten City mod is amazing. It's a brand new quest line, but it's huge. It's not just like you find this note and it tells you to clear out the bandit nest, and you go and clear out the bandit nest and you get a new sword and it's a brand new quest. It's nothing like that. It's literally this huge quest where you fall into like another city, the Forgotten City, and you've got to work out how to get out. And it's actually like, there's thought involved, because it's not just a case of slash and bash and move on. It's a case of working out how you're going to get out of this place, because it keeps looping round and you have to keep doing things and collecting certain things and talking to certain people, and the only way you're going to escape is if you work out what you have to do to get the hell out of here. And I was genuinely stumped. I was like, I don't get it. And there's different endings as well that you can get depending on how much you kind of complete, and it's mental, it's huge, and that's just one mod. There's plenty of others. I don't know if they're as good as that, because that is incredible. Bravely Second End Layer. I almost forgot that this even came out this year, because I played it. It must have come out. I played it at the beginning of the year, I'm sure. It feels like a lifetime ago, but it's brilliant. It's so good. It's equally as good as the first one. If anything, this is controversial, I might even say it's better, because where the first one fell was that it was so repetitive near the end. Like, if you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. Near the end, not even near the end, but like halfway through, it starts getting insanely repetitive to the point where you're like, are you serious? I'm gonna finish it because I want to finish it, but I'm feeling frustrated now. Whereas Bravely Second End Layer, you didn't have any of that. It got rid of that whole concept of doing all that stuff again. So it's still the same brilliant story, really clever battle systems, great characters, but it doesn't have that annoying repetitiveness that the first one had. Overcooked! I love Overcooked. I adore it. It was my smash hit of the year, if that's a thing. When I saw that it was the reason I got excited about it in the first place was that it's a couch co-op game. I love couch co-op games. As you can see, I'm on a couch right now and I'm all alone, and that makes it very hard to play couch co-op games, but in the rare opportunity that I get someone to play it with me, then it's so much fun. You can't beat sitting next to someone and playing a game with them. And especially with Overcooked, it is cooperative gameplay, but it's also really frustrating, shouty gameplay, because you're basically cooking, you're running a restaurant, but you each have to time things so perfectly, and each one of your characters has to be doing certain actions. So, you know, you end up shouting at each other like, I will do the cutting, you do the wash the dishes, and then get out of the way, no, cook the meat is on fire, what are you doing, etc. like that. So it can make or break a relationship for sure, but it's just so much fun. There's loads of levels, all the kitchens change, it gets harder and harder, and it does get really hard. If you want to smash out 3 stars on every level, which I got really obsessed with doing, then good luck, because it's not an easy feat. There's also been a new DLC, The Last Morsel, and there was some free DLC which came out on the 6th of December, which is Christmas themed. It's really good fun. I wouldn't recommend it if you're just playing it single player. Like, I've played it single player and it just falls a bit flat. It's almost just more frustrating because you have to keep jumping between the chefs, and it gets really muddled. It's built for playing with people. Dishonored 2! Now, Dishonored 2 could make it on this list purely because that's how beautiful it is. It's such a stunning game. I cannot get over. Every time I play it, I'm like, wow, this game is gorgeous. The Clockwork Mansion is one of my favourite sort of levels I've ever played in a game ever. The design for it is stunning. The aesthetics visually, it's beautiful. It's so clever, and I'm loving in general just having Emily on the team as well, and all her new powers. I'm more of a stealthy kind of person. I enjoy stealth games usually over like rah games. It is a brilliant game. Also, some shout outs. Dead Rising 4's multiplayer mode is so much fun, just jumping on, and I love Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is everything. So it's that same kind of thing, just hordes of zombies running at you, but it's more crazy because you can just grab whatever, and there's some ridiculous weapons, and you know, you'll end up throwing vinyls at them. I thought it would like slice their head off and it'd be like, yes, this is just like the movies, but instead it just gently knocked them on the knee, didn't even slow them down. But it's ridiculously good fun. If you're fun, if you're fun, you'll enjoy this. If you're a fan of crazy zombie slashing ridiculousness, then absolutely get on Dead Rising 4. So yeah, there's plenty of other games that came out this year, but those are the games that popped to my head. This is very much just an informal me chatting at you. I haven't written a script or anything for this. I just wanted to talk about the games I enjoyed this year. So thank you for all the developers and everyone who put those games together. They have kept me so entertained, and it's been a great year for gaming. I'm super excited for next year and for everything that it holds. So thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to press that subscribe button if you haven't already, and press the little bell so you get notified about my next video, and I will see you next time. Take care, play lots, and have fun. Bye. Nothing else will ever You'll never catch me alive!